This snippet will run through some of the most common performance checks a business might use with the information provided by their accounts. To assess a firm's performance, we examine two major areas: profitability and liquidity. Profitability metrics, like gross profit margin, net profit margin, and ROAS, reveal how effectively the business generates profit. Meanwhile, liquidity indicators, such as the current ratio and acid test ratio, measure how easily assets can convert to cash for meeting short-term obligations. Remember, liquid assets differ from fixed ones like land. The return on capital employed, ROAS, tells us how efficiently a firm uses its capital to generate profit. For example, Originals achieved a ROAS of 30%, calculated by dividing a £9,000 operating profit by £30,000 capital employed. This figure is above the satisfactory benchmark of 20%, showing strong performance. Now, think, how might new machinery affect this ratio? The current ratio measures a company's ability to cover debts with available assets. Originals' ratio of 1.99 indicates nearly double the assets needed to meet liabilities, a healthy financial position. Reflect, does this ratio suggest security, or are there potential improvements to explore? The acid test ratio adjusts liquidity by removing stock, as it's not quickly convertible to cash. Originals' acid test ratio is 0.94, meaning liabilities slightly exceed liquid assets. This raises a challenge: should the company strategize to enhance its cash reserves? Cash flow is critical for day-to-day financial activities. A forecast helps businesses predict income and expenses, equipping them to plan for challenges. Through careful management, like adjusting payment timelines or seeking loans, companies can navigate cash shortages effectively. What strategies would you implement in such situations? Now can you add to your revision notes a list of performance checks with a definition of each one? If you are using Lessonbox Library, you can simply add these as a note, then check your notes later in your My Library page.